Hey everybody, welcome to this video that's going to talk to you about how to do side-by-side views on your screen. Now I'm using a Windows computer, so this is going to show you how to do this in Windows, but after the video we can talk in class if you have a Mac as to how you would do this on a Mac computer. Now, I've been assigned to write an essay about an animal that I think is really awesome and about why they are awesome. And I have to include things such as the environment that they live in, their kind of physical qualities, their adaptive qualities, all that jazz. And before I write this essay, I need to take some notes so that I can have an informative essay that's well researched. And so I have my Google Doc up and I'm going to take notes on here. And I've also found an article in the online Smithsonian magazine that I really want to use. New extinct species of ridiculously cute tiny penguins discovered in New Zealand. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And so I'm going to, in the past, how would I approach taking these notes? So I would find my article and I'd start reading, like, oh, okay, oh, that's really interesting. And so then I would go over into my notes and I would type cool fact number 1. And then once I have cool fact number 1, I'd go back to my article, I'd keep reading, like, oh, that's also really interesting. And so I'd go into cool fact 2. Now this is really tedious. You notice I have to keep toggling back and forth between my screens. I can't look at the text as I type my notes, and so I have to go back and look to remind myself and then go, okay, and I go and type it. This takes a lot of time and is unnecessary. So I'm going to show you how you can do a side-by-side screen view so that you don't have to toggle between your tabs. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to hold your mouse over one of the tabs and drag that tab out so that it becomes its own window. Okay, so now I have 2 separate windows. So now that I have my 2 windows, one with my article, one with my Google Docs, I'm going to go over here and you can hover over this full screen option. So if you look at the top right, you have 1, 2, 3 options. I'm going to hover over the full screen. Even if this was already full screen, I could hover over the minimize screen and I'd get this same option. And so the option that you're looking for when you hover over the full screen or minimize screen kind of key or yeah, right here, you see these boxes pop up. And so I have 4 options of how I can set up my screen views. I can do a side-by-side view where both of my screens are the same size. I can do a side-by-side screen view where one screen is slightly larger than the other. I can even do side-by-side views where I have 3 screens showing and even 4 screens showing. This looks fun. You can watch 4 Netflix shows all at once. Fantastic. But I'm going to use this option right here. This is kind of my preferred one when I'm taking notes. So I'm going to put my article in this smaller window. And then what will happen is all of my tabs or windows pop up for me to select from. And I'm going to select my Notes tab. And now, as you can see, I have my notes on the left side and I have my article on the right side. And I can have a much way easier time taking my notes now because I can see the text as I type my notes. This is lovely. Now I want to do a quick plug for the other kind of techniques that we've been learning so far. So first off, when I'm doing my research, say I was specifically told I need to include information about kind of physically what makes them really cute. And so right here it's kind of talking already about their skull size. So I want to add in more about how big their skulls were. And so I can click Control F and it brings up this find box. And so I want to learn more information about their skull size. So I type in skull and you can see skull has been mentioned 6 times. And so I'm going to click down and it shows me every time the word skull is said. And here I'm like, ooh, this looks like information I might want. But they suspect the birds might have been similar in size to today's penguins, which weigh about 2 pounds and stand roughly 13.5 inches tall. The extinct birds, however, had slightly narrower skulls than the ones alive today. I really like this idea about like how big they were. 2 pounds and 13.5 inches tall. That's so tiny. And so I can then copy this and then, ooh, I hit Control C on my keyboard and then I can go over here and I can hit Control V and it brings over this quote that I can later use in my essay. And I'll put in quotation marks to help me remember where it came from. And I'm going to go do my in-text citation really quickly, author's last name, so that I remember who said this. And so now I have a little note in here that was much easier to bring over because I had a side-by-side screen view. I hope this helps you in taking much easier notes, and you can see how a side-by-side screen view, the Control F function, the Control C function, the Control V function, all help you take easy notes for future essays and future projects. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.